Hey guys, how's it going? Cherokee here, and welcome to another video. I'm going to teach you the basics of redstone in this video, and I plan to do more of how redstone works in the future. And sorry, my throat's a little got a little bit of mucus in it, but I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. But first off, I kind of want to do another opinion video. And so, for those of you guys who are watching it, I want you guys to post in the comments what you want my video to, my opinion to be about. And I'll tell you about it in the future. Anyway, first thing I'm going to cover is the different types, and the one I'm going to cover mostly in this video is the different types of way to allow to create a redstone energy, I guess you could call it. A redstone energy is good for I'm going to actually teach you about this too. A redstone energy is actually good for 15 blocks worth. So if, as you can see, this energy will go for 15 blocks, and then it will just stop right here. This is the 16th block right here. And as you can tell, as it goes down, the redstone gets darker and darker, and it doesn't decrease the amount of energy that is created in it. It's whether it's on or off. So yeah, and I wanted to let you guys know that this is as of 1.4.7. If the redstone update has come out by the time you guys are watching this video, you can click over on the right side of this video if if you're past 1.4.7 and the redstone update has already came out, and I will talk about the things that are updated in there. And okay, so I'm gonna go and grab another redstone here. So as you can tell, there are different ways to create a redstone path. The first one here is a redstone torch, and a redstone torch will always create a redstone energy, I guess you can call it. I'm going to call it energy for this video. If I'm wrong, post in the comments of what it really is called. But anyway, it's always on unless the block that it is connected to is having redstone energy connected to it, which I've got a demonstration of over here. As you can tell, I've got this redstone torch coming out and going into this block, which has this redstone torch on it, which is off. I've got that one connected to this one. So, and I have these lamps to just kind of show which one's on and which one's off. And so I've got a button here which will cause an redstone energy in this block. So when I turn that on, this one turned off, causing this line to turn off, allowing this one to come on, which then feeds this block again, keeping this one off. So if I push this button, causing energy in this one, that one goes off, and then turns that one on. So that's pretty cool about that. The other two, another thing that can cause redstone energy is a lever. And when it's up, it's in the off position, and when it's down, it's in the on position, which is really weird. If for example, let's say it's on the ground, then it's kind of whichever way you were facing when you did it. So if you just see a random lever on the ground, you just kind of have to look at the redstone and see if it's on or off, and then that'll tell you which way is on and which one's off. So if I turn this on, as you can see, the redstone will go for 15 blocks, and then it turns off. and then if you switch it back off, it just turns off. Simple enough. And then there are two different types of buttons. There's a wooden button that if you push it, it will turn on 15 blocks for a temporary time. And there's a stone one that does the same exact thing. Now, you may ask, what's the difference between the two? Well, other than looks, if you shoot the wooden one with an arrow, it will turn on, and if I'm correct, it actually stays on until the arrow is removed. Yeah. And then it will turn back off by itself. Whereas the stone one, it does nothing. It just pops off. And then there are pressure plates, which, as long as there is something causing the pressure plate to be placed, it will stay on, and then once you get off it, it will turn off. And there are two different types of pressure plates. There's a stone one and a wooden one. And as you can tell, they both do the same thing, same amount of energy. But other than the looks of it, it too has a difference. If you drop something on a stone one, it won't do anything. I'm going to try and throw that one better. There. It won't pressure it, but if you do it on a wooden one, it will stay on. I'm going to throw that on there better. Like that. There's also these, I can't remember what they're called. They're called detector rails, which are a type of rail that, think of it this way. It's a normal rail, like this, but it has a pressure plate in it. Think of it that way. So, the way these work is if you step on them, nothing happens. Simple. And then, if you place any kind of minecart on it, it will cause a redstone energy to come off of it. But if like certain objects were to fall on it, nothing will happen. And then there's this last one that is in this update, and it's the tripwire and string. And I'll teach you guys how to set this one up here in a second. I'm gonna kind of show you guys how to set up redstone stuff, and I'll show you guys that here in a second. So, thing about tripwire, cool thing about tripwires is you can't really see that it's a tripwire there if you hide the hooks. So I'll show you guys here. I'm gonna grab some wood planks. Of course, I drop it like that, and you put a block here, here, and just kind of like block this off, like so. And you were to put a door. Let's see if I can find a door. Right there. Okay. And I put a door right there. Chances are, like, this is all gonna look the same. You can come in here and just walk in, and there's the redstone set energy right there. And you can hook this up to anything, well, anything that takes energy, and I'm going to talk about that here in a second. I may actually cover that in the next episode, but it's pretty simple. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and change my inventory here in a second. I'm going to show you guys crafting recipes and show you guys how to make these. Okay, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I made a few crafting recipes in these chests to kind of show you how they're made. And so first thing I'm going to show you, is how to get redstone. And so first thing you do is you have to go down kind of by lava level where you'll find gold and diamonds and stuff, and you'll find this. This is redstone ore. And one thing you'll notice is actually I'm going to do time set 1400. That should make it, nope, time set 14,000. That's what it was. That makes it nighttime. And as you can tell, it will emit light if you step on it, and it'll do that for a little bit, and then you can kind of see the redstone glow that is on when say like you have something on. It kind of gives that redstone glow type thing, and it's cool that it emits light. And it'll also do that when you start to mine it as well. And as you're mining it, it'll give you a bunch of redstone and a little bit of experience, and that gave me 5 redstone. So I don't know if it's 5 redstone every single time you do it or not. I think it's kind of randomated from like 3 to 5 or something like that. I don't know. But I don't know that for sure, but I think that's what it is. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and time set 0 here, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the crafting recipes. I'm also going to go ahead and game mode S, not game mode S, game mode C. Of course I do type it wrong. There we go. I'm going to go and put that back. Okay, so first thing I'm going to show you are these 4 items right here. The redstone torch, the lever, the wooden button, and the stone button. So for the redstone torch, you take a stick and you put redstone on it. Simple enough. Just like you would imagine. It's exactly like a torch, just with redstone instead of coal. And then for the lever, you take cobblestone and you put a stick on it. Simple enough. For a wooden button, you take 1 wooden plank and just put it in your crafting thing, and it will give you a button. You've probably seen this when you're trying to make a bed or something. And then if you take normal stone, which in order to get normal stone, you take a furnace. There it is. And you take cobblestone and you put cobblestone in a furnace with some kind of source, and that will give you stone, as it'll show you here in a second. Just like that, it'll give you normal stone. Okay, so that gives you those 2 buttons. The next thing I'm going to show you are the next 4 items, which are the 2 pressure plates, the sensor track or something like that, track sensor, yeah, detector rail, and the tripwire hooks, and also the redstone repeater, which looks like this. Oh. Okay, sorry. For the pressure plate, you take 2 oak planks and you put them like so. It can be in your inventory, it can be in a crafting bench, or anything. For the stone pressure plate, you put 2 stone, just like you would the oak. Actually, it doesn't have to be oak plank, it can be, same for the button, it can be, I'm just going to keep the grass block in my inventory, because I keep breaking grass. It can be any type of wood. I checked, and yes, it can be. I just use oak because it's the easiest for me to find. For the tripwire hook, you take a type of wood planks, put a stick on top of it, and then you put an iron ingot on top of that, and that will give you a tripwire hook. And then for this next thing, which I'm going to show you, is a redstone repeater. You put 3 stone on the bottom, take 2 redstone torches, put them on the sides, and put redstone dust in the middle. Okay, so now I'm going to show you, I mean, for these I figured it's kind of obvious. You just put it where you want it, and then put it on the objects that you decide that you think it's the best, and you just connect it to redstone, and it works simply. And I'll show you how to connect redstone to it here in a second. Same for these, it's kind of pretty simple. this, and for the detector rail, you just connect it to your thing, and like, let's say you have a command block, and actually I'm going to go ahead and show you this up here. This is a redstone thing that I just kind of made just to make it easy for me, so I don't have to time set 0 all the time. What I have is I have this minecart, and what it does is it starts down here, and it hits this I can't remember what it's called, powered rail, and it goes up, hits this detector rail. Sorry, I'm lagging a little bit here. Which hits this command block, which I'll talk about those and how to get them here in a future episode. And it does time set 0, and it keeps coming all the way up here, comes up, and then it falls, hits these spider webs, and slowly falls down back onto the track and goes back up and does it again. And that, I think that does it for about if I can fall again. There we go. And I'm lagging. And that does it for about 3/4 of a day, I think it is. I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, so it's simple. It's just simple like that. So I'm going to go and show you kind of how these tripwire hooks work really quickly. And so the first thing you do is you take 2 blocks, and you decide where you want to put it. And actually, I'll be back in a second. I'm going to show you guys how far apart they can be. Okay, so the tripwire blocks can be up to 40 blocks away from each other. And so I have these exactly 40 blocks away from when I put this one on to when I put that one on, and to where I put that one on. It will be exactly 40 blocks away from each other. And so first thing you do is you take your tripwire hook and you put it on the block that you want the tripwire to be hit. And then you take a string and you put it next to the block that it would be on. So for example, the tripwire block is on this block right here. So I'm going to put the string on this block right here. And I'm going to connect it all the way across, and I already connected most of it. And then you're going to take your redstone, which I'm actually going to drop a few of these because I only need 1. Redstone dust, and you're going to just right click on the ground from a block connected to it. It can be that block, and it will trigger. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, you can kind of see that. You can put it on this one, and you can see it, and it can be any of them that are around, like that. But I'm going to put it on this side. In fact, you can actually put it under, which I'll show you here in a second, if I can get to it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to go and do this. You can actually put it underneath it as well. But it doesn't look like it connects, so I'm going to do this. And you can kind of see that it does work. That's how that works. So you take your redstone, and you take it and you connect it up like this, and you'll notice it creates redstone wire is what it's called. And so you've got this, and you connect it around, and you can see that it creates the current. And so I have this so that if it goes here, you'll notice that the redstone dies. But let's say I want it to connect to, say, some TNT that's... No, I don't want TNT. Say, a note block. Right here. Okay? It's not going to hit it. Okay, so what you can do is I can take out this one right here, and I can put a redstone repeater. And what you're going to want to do when you place down a redstone repeater, because it is, the way it is set is sensitive about which way it goes. For example, the way I have this going, for example, sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied. For example, the way that you are facing is the only way the current can go. So if I place this down, it can only go this way. And if you right-click it a few more times, you'll notice that it'll change. What this is it's a delay. And this is what most people do when they're doing, like, say, parkour maps or something. They'll set a delay on it so that you have time to do something. And you can place these one right after another as long as you face them going the same way. And you can change the delay. And if I'm correct, each one is a fourth of a second, I want to say. I'm not completely sure. I'll double check really quickly. Okay, so I just checked, and on setting 1, it will delay it 2 ticks, which is equivalent to 0.1 seconds. Now that may not seem like much, but if you place like 20 of these in a row, that's 2 seconds. So it's actually pretty useful. And like now, let's say I switch it on the second one, it now does it 4 ticks, which is 0.2 seconds, and it will go all the way to 0.4 seconds before it switches back to 0.1 second. So that's most people, very few times, and there aren't. Sorry, that's one of its main uses. Its second main use is when you place it there, and I'm gonna go and place it on 4 so you can kind of see this. When you step on this, you'll notice that what it actually does is it takes the current and puts out a new current. So we'll go an additional 15 blocks from this. And that's what allows it for this note block to be hit. And I'll talk about note blocks in another episode. Yeah. Anyway, I was just having fun with that. So yeah, this is the. Actually, I've got one more thing to show you. The way I have this set is if I go all the way down here, and why is there a block missing there? I'll fill that in really quick. Oh, I missed again. Anyway, if I take this and I actually move it, say, one more block down, sheep, get out of my way. You'll notice that it doesn't do anything if I cross it. It won't trip or anything. You don't hear the sound or anything. So that's just a cool thing that they did. And so that's all I've got for this episode. Next episode I will kind of show you some of the different ways that to get Redstone to work, so that I'll probably do like something like an if-then gate, or like an OR gate, or AND gate, or a NOR gate, or something like that. I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet. But like and favorite if you enjoy it, subscribe to become a tribal today. Comment about like something you want me to make, just kind of something out of Redstone that you want me to make, and I can kind of show you how it works as well. This is kind of cool because I mean I've always understood how Redstone worked. It's just I've never really made much out of it because it's actually fairly simple if you know how it works. But it's just a matter of knowing how it works and cool things that you can do with it. So yeah, comment what you want me to make. Also, don't forget to comment on what you want me to do my opinion video about. And if you want to kind of get an idea, you can see my other opinion video by clicking on the screen to the left. There will be a link to it, and if you don't agree with it, don't give me crap. I'm not going to give you crap if you don't agree with it. But it's just my opinion. It's just, yeah. So, yeah. Like I said, like and favorite if you enjoyed. Subscribe to become a troll today. I know I said that already, but I figured I'd say it again. I figure why not. Anyway, until next time, this is Cherokee signing out. Bye.